Hello there, how are you today? I thought that I might tell you a little bit about what my plans are for my studio, because I know what's going on in my head, but you don't know all the insanity that's going on here, so I thought I'd share it with you. Look at these shoes that I got at Nordstrom Rack. Are they not adorable? I am so in love with them. They are completely impractical. They slide right off your feet. You can't like really wear them for anything, but who's going anywhere or any place right now? So I just think they are super, super cute. They are Sperry, and I got them for, I treated myself to a little shopping spree, and I got a couple pairs of shoes, and they were like 50 bucks. So super stoked about that. Okay, also got velvet pants that basically fit like pajamas. So yeah, so that's what I'm all about. Comfy shoes and clothes that feel like jammies and a glass of wine. So as you recall, if you saw me putting together the beginnings of the studio, you saw us tackling all of the drywall issues and rebuilding the walls and painting endlessly. And then we kind of stopped because I moved a rug 6 inches over and froze my shoulder. Shoulder's doing great, by the way. I just went in for a second injection. My doctor was amazed at the mobility that I had gotten back. She was like, wow, usually people come in, they've had a frozen shoulder and they can bring it up like this. And I'm like, nope, look at this. That all has a certain level of discomfort, but I can do it. I can do it, and as long as I can do it, I will do it. I'm continuing with my physical therapy exercises, so that's all good. Super stoked about where I'm at on my shoulder. But not quite ready to do construction. Fortunately, we're a little past the construction, but let me tell you about what I did. So last time we talked, when I was telling you all about this, we got us to putting in the wallpaper. And then we got the amazing pink sofa. And I get to take advantage of the lovely throw that this throw has never been in use in real life. We got it because when we had Howard's Place on the market, it needed a little like stuff to make it look a little softer. And he had a brown fur throw that Kiko just loved to sleep on. So Kiko was not doing well at the time. He's passed since then. But we were like, well, we have to have the brown blankie for Kiko because he loves it. So he went to Restoration Hardware and spent more money than you should for a throw that you're not actually using, and bought this throw, which is really beautiful and really soft, and I get to pet it. And it lives down here now, and I'm super pleased about that. So there you go, caught up on the furnishing situation. I have lived in apartments for most of my adult life. And you know, when you're going from apartment to apartment, they're always the same Navajo white walls and beige carpet or tile. I was never in high-end apartments. They were always the best you could afford apartments. And so I got in the habit of decorating with curtains. I always liked that I could go into a completely generic apartment and I could hang my curtains and put my nice bedding on the bed and hang my curtains. And now it looks beautiful and feminine and homey and has color, because I love color. I don't know if you can tell that about me, but I love color. I really have a strong dislike of beige. Don't care for beige at all. Beige, mushroom, taupe, all of those really safe colors that everyone loves, I do not. I love bright, bold colors. And when I created my creative space, I thought, well, I will just do it in all of my favorite colors. But then it's like, oh, well, which which favorite color? I have many favorite colors, and my favorite colors change. So knowing my own, okay, I'm just going to call it psychosis, my own weirdness about curtains, my own weirdness about colors, I have designed this place to adapt to my weirdness and my own tastes. What does that mean? I put a curtain rod all across the entire room. This room is 32 feet, I think it's 32 feet end to end. And so it's a long, narrow room. I've got extremely low ceilings. These are not normal ceilings in here. Most ceilings are about 96 inches. These are 85 inches. Most standard curtains are 85 inches. So for me, the standard curtain that doesn't come anywhere near to a ceiling in a regular home goes right up to the ceiling in here. And that's why in a lot of the camera angles it looks weird and you're like, why am I seeing the ceiling? But I'm not tall, so it's fine for me. Anyway, I'm rambling. The curtains that I put in. I put in curtains that run on a ceiling track. So they run end to end, and the curtains that you see me up, that I have up now, are not the curtains that I want, really at all. But there's a store downtown that I want to go to purchase my curtains. I've purchased curtains there in the past, and that is where I'm going to order curtains. But with COVID, I'm just waiting. I'm just not going downtown right now. I am going to modify some of the existing curtains that I do have. I bought some, you can see I don't know what I'm talking about. I bought some sort of tape that I can put on the back that has little slits, so it gives it a pinch pleat. I'm basically going to make pinch pleat curtains out of the existing curtains that I have, because even though they're not perfect, why wouldn't I use the ones that I have? Here's my concept. So these curtains right here are covering just a blank white wall. The main reason I have the curtains covering this blank white wall is because of this vent, which isn't attractive when it's right behind my head in a video. So I need to have something to cover that. So these curtains may be here, they may not be here in future videos. They're designed to move, so that sometimes I can have a plain white wall, sometimes I can have a curtain there, and I can have curtains of different colors. Also, I love this mural, but someday I might want a different background, even if it's just for a video. So I want to be able to cover it. So now if I wanted no flowers behind me and just a solid background, I could have that. I can also have my blank white wall there if I need to do any blank white wall sort of stuff. And the idea is that I will just be able to swap out curtains as I choose to. Now I have these curtains that I got that I love because they go with this part of the mural. So if I wanted to do a video, and have a just red background and have none of the blue showing, so that it's just like, maybe I wanted to do a Valentine's Day video or something, and it was just, I just wanted red to be the background, red colors, I can do that. Conversely, if these curtains were blue, or purple, I could do the same sort of thing over here. And really just mix it up and be creative, because I have a bunch of curtains and I love curtains, and I'm gonna keep playing with them, and it's really just designed for, like I said, my own neuroses of liking to change things all the time. I get really super bored and I love changing things up. And so I created this with the idea that I can change it up once I can get downtown and go fabric shopping. So I have all sorts of curtains that I'm going to adapt by putting these pinch pleats on the top and adapting them so that I can hang them from the top. But you remember these from a few years ago? I still have them. These were made by my mother, and I'm going to modify them and we'll have that look someday. Just be like, we won't have the color in the background. We'll have black and white and a hot pink sofa, and it'll be like, whoa, a whole different other set. I think this is, I mean, it hasn't been done yet, but that's kind of my plan. This is just some random fabric that I had that I made some curtains out of years ago that were never really lined or anything. They were just meant to be sort of a facade back then, years ago, and they'll be wonderful up in this background. So I'm looking forward to adapting these and getting these made into pinch pleat drapes. I have a whole bunch of these curtains, which is a much softer, more delicate pink. So if I want to create an all pink environment, I can have an all pink room. So that is the method to my madness. I hope. So that is kind of what I'm planning on doing with my studio that I haven't shared with you. Now, I call it my studio because it's sort of like a studio apartment down here. And it will be, once it's finished, be both a studio for me to make videos in, a studio for me to do my auditions in, and a studio apartment for when I have company. This is a place where I'll put my guests up. One of the other things is over in that side of the room where you've kind of seen a white curtain and it's kind of a blank space, that is intended to stay as sort of a blank space. That is where I'm going to, I have a green screen that I hung up that I have literally no idea how I will use it, but my feeling is it's there. And if I use it one time, it'll pay for itself. If I use it for one audition or if I work on some job, that'll pay for itself in one use. Right now, I've got really boring curtains over it that I do not want to have there, but they're just kind of there for now until I get the sewing machine out and start sewing pinch pleat tape onto all of these curtains. And then eventually I want to get downtown. Actors in LA are encouraged to have a blue wall that is opposite a window. That is our intended shooting place. That corner over there, I'm going to have blue curtains. So when you see blue curtains over there, they're going to be about the same shade of blue as the flower right up there, the same shades of blue you see in the flowers there. Probably a little softer, not the super bright, but that's the reason I'm going to have blue curtains over there. And yes, I could do blue curtains over there. That's what a normal person would do. I'm not normal. I might do purple curtains. I might do lavender curtains. I want to have a collection of curtains. I want to have a whole bunch of curtains so that I can just change it up all the time. That is my goal. That I love change and I love things being different all the time, and I get bored really easy. So this is my studio where I'm going to hang up different things all the time and make a lot of different looking videos. So sometimes you'll see videos and you're like, did she move? Is she in another spot? No, it's all right here. It's all in the same space. And that is my weird decorating thing. everybody's got something, right? So thanks for listening to me ramble about curtains and what I want to do with my studio. Oh, let me take you for a little walk around the studio and tell you other stuff that's going on so that when you see these things in the background, you're like, oh, okay, I know what's happening there. These chairs are Howard's. I think he got them in 1990. They are my least favorite color in the world, beige. And while they have a lovely line, they are really big. They take up a lot of space and they're just really not my taste. So I am waiting for Howard to get these to a consignment store. So you see them lurking in the background of my videos. I wish they weren't, because they're just sitting there being beige. Oh, look, they're on a beige carpet. Yeah, I don't want that beige carpet either. That's going upstairs. It'll be lovely upstairs, but not in here. This dresser has been with me for over a decade or so, and it did not originally come as gray. I painted it gray at one point, and I may paint it something else. I don't know, but it is what it is for right now. Here's the vanity that I got on a commercial. They purchased this for me, and it is lovely, but it is not terribly practical. It's cute, and it's kind of just a set dressing right now. Not sure if I'm going to keep it or if I'm going to pass it along. But, you know, time will tell. No hurries. This is where I am sitting and doing my makeup. So when you see me do a makeup video, it's right here. I do not have a big lighted mirror yet. I am going to be getting a big lighted mirror or making a big lighted mirror. So there will be a big Hollywood mirror right there for me at some point, but right now, this is where I do my makeup. This is my desk, or will be set up as my desk eventually when I finish it. This just represents work, so I'm not super excited about it. But I do need to get this finished setting up, and I'm looking forward to it. This desk is from 1972. It is Thomasville, and I picked it up at a used furniture store, a decade or so ago. This fun little piece right here, we're using as sort of a picture ledge, but it used to all be cement block. This whole thing was cement block, and we covered it up. And so now I've got just a lot of stuff just sitting on it. Photos like this. This is my great-grandmother. Here's the green screen hanging up here. This wall always has to have a curtain on it because it is got a big door. It's got a vent, a door, another vent up there. It's always going to be unattractive. So we hung the green screen up there. It can drop all the way down, so I have green screen capabilities, but I'm just going to keep it covered with curtains for the most part. And this is where the blue curtains will go for my blue background for auditions. And you can see boxes still to be unpacked, random lighting sitting around. I will probably always have random lighting sitting around because to me, random lighting sitting around says working studio. And as an actor, I like being in a working studio. That's why I want to have the Hollywood lights on this wall because that says working studio. And I love my chair for doing my makeup in. Isn't it fun? Don't lean forward in it, by the way. Learned that the hard way. Thank you for taking a tour of my little studio with me and hearing about all my idiosyncrasies about curtains. And I love you bunches. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. I will talk to you very soon.